Hello everyone, and welcome to the Influencer Barbie channel. And today Barbie and I are visiting Michael's here in Albuquerque, New Mexico to check out some of their newest dollhouse miniatures. We also have some artificial flowers that might be a good scale to use in a Barbie garden or Barbie house, and they're reasonably priced too. And we have found the miniature section. The miniature area here at this particular Michael's is a little bit smaller than what you might find at other stores. In fact, we actually didn't spot it when we first walked past here, but we'll take a look at what they have in stock. So they have some of these miniature sets by a brand called Rolife, or Rolief maybe, and these are a complete kit where you can put together a little room. I've never actually done one of these. The scale generally I think is smaller than the 1:6 scale that we have for a Barbie doll. And unfortunately they don't have any that are assembled so that we could take a look at them for scale. But if you do have a smaller dollhouse, like 1/12 scale, that might work for you. But here we've got Barbie and Chelsea just to show you the scale of the box here. And now we'll take a look at the miniatures that they have. And I think that most of these are going to be smaller scale than the 1/6 scale for Barbie, which is why we've also got Chelsea here to take a look at the scale. So let's start up here. So we've got some miniature grass mats, so that'd be good for doing some outdoor landscaping. And with the trees here, good assortment of trees if you were making a train set or a smaller dollhouse outdoors. And we have, oh, these are miniature grass and flower tufts. That would be really cute. Does it say what scale these are? No, they do not say what scale they are. Here's Chelsea for comparison. So those would be really small. We have some miniature bushes, and these would be really small, unfortunately, for the Barbie world. And then a miniature pond. Oh, and some really cute miniature hay bales here. And then mushrooms. Yes, that would be good if you were making, say, a fairy garden. My mom has a fairy garden in her backyard. And these are tree stumps. And then to go with our fairy theme, we have an actual fairy here. We have a mini travel set. Oh, that's really cute. We've got a map, some sort of binoculars. They look as if they were brass, and there's a compass and a passport. That would actually be really fun for Barbie. And then we have sort of a fantasy set here with some crowns and a looks like a magic scepter. And I guess there was a wizard set as well, but it appears empty. And then we have some more grass and other greenery. A nice little picket fence here. And again, that might be a bit small for Barbie scale, but it would be a lot of fun for a smaller sized dollhouse. And miniature stone walls. And down here in the bottom we have some more bell sets, more mushrooms for the fairy garden, and we have miniature leaves. Wow. And some more things for the fairy garden. And we have some other things that can be built. Miniature clay bricks and a book nook. Modeling foam. And some cute little stools. You say they are 1/20th scale, so much too small for Barbie. But that could be cute to put a plant on in the Barbie house. We have another miniature book nook. Oh, and some doll houses too. I heard that Michael's had some doll houses available. These, unfortunately, would also be too small for Barbie scale, but can be really nice for Chelsea or other smaller dolls. And we've got a really nice little bed here. And it says it's king size. It does not have a scale here, but so that would actually be a pretty good size for Chelsea to have as her bed, and Chelsea is about 6 inches tall, so this would probably be a 1/12 scale bed. And then we have some more furniture. Let's start up here at the top. So we have a miniature bedroom set with some pillows and other accessories. A little rug here. And then another accessory set. So this one looks like it's going with the bed here. And more pillows. Here's the same bed that we were just looking at. And we've got a really cute little baby bed here, a crib. So if we do decide that Barbie or her mom or friends are going to have a baby, this would be a really nice little crib here. And again, we don't have a scale on it. And we have an armoire. Again, no scale on it. It might actually work for Barbie. Let's take a look at that. this would be about waist high for Barbie. So it's small for her, although maybe it could be hung on the wall or on a stand. But it would be a good size to be in Chelsea's room. And we have some chairs and a table here. And it'd be a good size in Chelsea's bedroom or playroom. Chairs are a good size for her, as is the table. We have a little refrigerator. Again, that would be more Chelsea sized, or if you have the Barbie miniature dolls. This is a nice little bathroom sink. And it looks like the doors actually open. So that would be really nice. Or I guess it's a kitchen sink, because we've got the refrigerator, and I guess this is an oven here. And we have an accessory set for it with towels and some decorative jars. But these would all be closer in scale to Chelsea rather than Barbie. And then we have a mirror here. It could work on top of a dresser for Barbie. And this bookcase would actually be really nice. So, and it would be about hip height for Barbie. So it would work as, say, a nightstand like we made with the Zuru mini brand books. And we have a living room accessory set, rug and plant and some other decorative items, and some cushions. Now this would be nice size for Chelsea in a playroom. Really nice little sofa here and a matching armchair. So if you have a playroom for Chelsea, these would be a good size for it. I wish they had more that would work for 1/6 scale for Barbie. And some more little side tables. So if you have a 1/12 scale dollhouse, these would work. And coffee tables. This might work as an end table for Barbie. I think even for an end table it'd be rather short. A nice coffee table here. Very mission style. Again, it would be rather small. Yes, this is 1/12 scale here. So more the scale for Chelsea. And then this is also 1/12 scale, 1/12 scale, 1/12 scale. And 1/12 scale. These are two side tables. And then some miniature shelves. These are also labeled as 1/12 scale. So these would work as hanging up on the walls. And then we have some more little accessories here. We've got a set of playing cards These look like these would actually be Barbie sized, and it does say there are 54 pieces, so we must have a complete set of cards there. And then we have some nice little stoppered bottles and unicorn dreams. And then we have some nice little books here. And a mini blanket ladder for decoration. Hey Chelsea, you have to stay away from this part here. Got a mini bar cart. Unfortunately, the scale is much too small for Barbie. It says it's 1/16 scale. So we have quite a few different scales going on. And these are some of the things that caught my eye, and what I really wanted to come in here and check out are these lamps. And this is described as a floor lamp. And we have 1/12 scale. You can see that even for Chelsea, it would be a bit on the small size for her, but I think that would be nice as maybe as a desk lamp for Barbie. And then we have this other one here in the gold finish. This is the main thing that caught my eye where I wanted to come in and check it out. It's also listed as being 1/12 scale. I saw someone else talking about these lamps last year, I think, and I absolutely love the look of it, but by the time I went to Michael's to try to track some down for my Barbie house, they were completely sold out. So I was really excited to see that these were back in stock again. And then we have a bathroom accessory set. So you've got a rug and plant and some other little items to go with the bathroom set. Here we go. So those would be nice to add. And then we have a bathtub. Oh, it is heavy. Must be made of ceramic. And it is also 1/12 scale. So it looks like it would be a good size for Chelsea, but definitely much too small for Barbie. And then we have a toilet, also 1/12 scale. So maybe if you're making a nursery school or daycare and you need the smaller toilets for the child dolls, that would work. Otherwise, unfortunately, too small for Barbie. And a nice little bathroom sink here, also 1/12 scale. The pedestal sink. And then we have a fireplace. That is also really heavy too. Must also be made of ceramic. And there's a little flame in it. Oh, and it looks like it is battery powered. So you should be able to turn it on and light it up. And it says lights up there. So that could be really cute. And then the last package here is a washer and dryer set. These are also really heavy. Oops. It must be made of ceramic as well. And it doesn't say what scale it is. It looks like it's also 1/12 scale. And I think that is everything here in the miniature section at this particular Michael's. we'll take a look in the clearance section and the art area as well and see if we can find anything that we might be able to repurpose for the Barbie house. And here is the woodworking area. Some items that we might be able to repurpose for the Barbie house. Like these little boxes down here. Those might work well in the Barbie house. And then we also have these boxes for wooden letters and numbers. And those might actually work well as a bookcase for Barbie. And here she is, against one for scale. So that would work well as a shelving set. And the letters and numbers could be used for some fun decorations. And we are back from Michael's. So let's take a look at what we did actually pick up at Michael's from the many things that were available. So of course I had to get the floor lamps. That was one of the things that I was most excited about getting. And I had to pick up two because I think these are going to be a really nice addition to Barbie's house. And with the scale here, even though they're called a floor lamp, the scale is 1/16, so not exactly floor lamp size for Barbie or even for Chelsea, but I think these will make really nice table lamps in the Barbie house. So we had to pick up two, and I also picked up this set of playing cards. The price was right, and they are so adorably cute. And also, I think this is something that, well, I could make them myself. This will be considerably easier to have a pre-made set that I don't have to worry about cutting out. So we have 54 cards. So that should mean that we have all 52 playing cards. Plus we should have some jokers in here. And the way they have these packaged, our red cards are separate from the black cards. So take a look at these. And they are very nicely detailed. The printing might be slightly off center on that one there, but otherwise I think they look very nice. And so this way the Roberts family and Barbie and her friends can play cards. Let's open up our new desk lamps. that slides up very nicely. And here is our lamp. And it has a good feeling to it. It does feel as though it's made out of metal. And then we have a sort of a craft paper lampshade to it. And we have a little clear bead here to be a light bulb. These do not actually light up, and maybe that is a future project for us to try to make some functioning lamps for the Barbie's house. But I think these are going to look really nice in the Barbie house. I like the style to it. These have a nice, elegant, not entirely minimalistic appearance to them, but definitely very modern and sleek. So I like this. Well, thank you very much for watching, and please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to be part of our Barbieverse. And be sure to ring the notification bell. It really does help our channel to grow. And once we hit some subscriber milestones, we plan to have some fun giveaways. And if you would like a chance of getting a shout out in an upcoming video, just comment below with the hashtag InfluencerBarbie. Thanks for watching, and we hope to see you in our next episode here in our Barbieverse. Bye-bye. Barbie, can we play goldfish? Sure.